Hi everybody, and yes, here I've got another success story today. It's from M, and it goes like this. I'm very happy to submit my success story all the way from Namibia. It has been quite a journey for me, but I'm glad that I finally got my ex back. Long story short, we met last year in April 2019, and we started dating in May 2019. Everything felt so right. He spoilt me, he loved me deeply, he cared, he was sensitive to my emotions, he was everything I needed and more. Just in dating for 3 weeks, he introduced me to his parents. It was a distance relationship. After 8 months of dating, I decided to move to his town so we could be closer. But 4 months into the relationship, while I was still living in my hometown, I started becoming needy, jealous, over contacting, arguing over unnecessary things, kind of controlling and feeling unworthy. I created a third party and he told me himself that he was seeing someone. I was so devastated, but in the morning he called and apologized and he said he chose me over her. He told me he stopped, but I still didn't believe. And day and night I kept thinking about it, so since everyone is me pushed out, they continued dating. While feeling all of this, I moved to his town and my insecurities rose up to the highest level. I was so unhappy in the relationship and he was unhappy too. There was no chemistry. Then I went onto YouTube just to understand how my mind works, and I started watching Law of Attraction videos, and all teachers taught about how to do push-outs. That's cute. You never heard it said like that. Push-outs. And stuff, meditation, living in the end, and I tried all of those things, but the more I tried, the more sad I got. After 3 months of being in the same town with him, I told him I wanted to end the relationship because I wasn't going anywhere, because he didn't have time for me. We didn't go on dates, nothing romantic between us, and I was renting my own apartment and he lived in his house. He didn't want to visit me. He didn't prioritize me. He put his friends first. He wouldn't hang out with me. He would hang out with friends almost every weekend, and it made me angry. The more I spoke to him about it, the more he got angry and annoyed with me. When I told him that I wanted us to break up, he agreed and he said, "Need space, I can date someone else and if I want," but he said I should contact him anytime. He'll always be there for me, but I refused to communicate with him, and I wasn't sad over the fact that he needed space because I was starting to realize my worth. But a week into our breakup, I broke down and I cried out to God and told him how much I wanted this guy. Then I wiped my face and got on YouTube and I saw your channel. And my life changed. I never knew I was to love myself. It was all so new to me. So I decided not to communicate with him. I traveled for 2 weeks just to clear my mind. Then I came home even though I didn't reach out. He kept on communicating here and there and I was replying to him, but we only spoke about general stuff, and sometimes he'd come to my apartment to drop stuff, but I was just being cool because I started with the self-love and that's what was drawing him closer. So I continued with self-love like my life depended on it. I will put that book down below because that's a wonderful, wonderful book for those of you really struggling in relationships and struggling with loving the self. That's a great book for you to read. Okay, so going back to this, I'm wanted, I worked on, I am loved, I am wanted, I am needed, I am beautiful, I'm worthy, I'm good enough, I love myself, I am the prize. I did the rubbing out technique, I listened to the On First Best and I'm a priority affirmations, whispering technique. After doing all these techniques, I started to feel loved, wanted, happy, needed, secure, first best, worthy. Hallelujah. And I prayed a lot too, because I believe in God and he made all this possible. Since I'm a born-again Christian, I wanted him to change too. Now we were going to church together. I did self-love for about 2 months and our relationship changed extremely. Now it feels like I'm dating someone completely different. He spends all his time with me. He prioritizes me more than his friends. He calls me 4 to 5 times a day and he bought me roses and a gift and he apologized for how he treated me before. We go out on dates, sometimes for pizza or ice cream, and he pleaded I should give him a second chance and that he'd treat me right. He even told me I should go live with him in his house and I'm welcome anytime, that his house is equally mine. He's open about his life more than ever before, and he shares his daily activities with me, and he puts me on his WhatsApp status and profile pic. That's something he never did. Just last weekend we traveled together and he had an amazing time, and so did I. He even told me that he wants to marry me as soon as possible. Now we're busy preparing our wedding, and third party gone for good. I praise Jesus. He's more into the things of God now. My advice to any woman is practicing self-love like your life depends on it can really... let me go back. I've read something wrong here. Practice self-love like your life depends on it. I really can't believe how my life changed, not only my relationship, but my finances, new friends, businesses, and my lifestyle. I did self-love mostly to feel good and not to be hurt by our relationship ending. Even though I wanted him back, I did it to feel good. Everything happened so fast. When it rains, it pours. Thanks, Agnes, for helping me discover myself. I'm grateful. God bless you and increase your wisdom. Now, my guy can't imagine life without... Oh, sorry, I meant to say my husband. Okay, she's just asking to be kept anonymous. That's all. All right. Thank you, Em. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I will put all the techniques that Em mentioned in her story down below in the description. And I will also put the self-love success stories as well as the self-love meditations. And I think that's it. Any other techniques that were mentioned in the story I'll put down below for you to check it out. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Love a good turnaround. There's been so many wonderful success stories from around the world. I have to say, this is the first success story from Namibia. That's exciting. Woohoo! So lots of love, everyone. And as always, I will see you in my little garden here on a YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel. And big hugs to you around the world today.